Hi guys, it's IStoleYourFruit here, and well, we have an update about the Master Vampire Challenge. That save corrupted after I made the sim. I don't know why. I took out some OTC and I think that fixed it, but the save is unplayable, so I decided, hey, why not just try and make a extreme Vampire Legacy Challenge, but for YouTube, which will be done with a female vampire sim, because I think that's the best way, because we do with males, it doesn't always, it's like, I think 25% the children will become vampires and 75% the children will become humans. Well, that's why I picked a human sim, and well, the sim you're first seeing, she ain't gonna be a sim I ended up with because I did not like the way she was turning out, so I kind of restarted it. And if you guys are wondering where I got this idea from, well, thank Claire Chavon. Claire Chavon kind of started this thing accidentally in a stream, I think last year in October, if I'm correct, but I'm not entirely sure. And if you want to like see like her that kind of let's play, you can go follow her Claire Chavon More channel, because that's where she uploads it. And she kind of took a break because, you know, The Sims is a buggy game, as we all know, and the rules are pretty simple. It's pretty much as I said in my other video, Extreme Legacy Challenge plus the Master Vampire Challenge, if you guys know that. And I want to make it a little bit harder on myself by putting in a scenario of, like, you know, making money. So like she's really broke, poor, and that's why I kind of thought, well, yeah, that's the best for this kind of challenge. Like, yeah, we're gonna try and make it up to 10 generations with her, and all of her children must be vampires that take over the mantle. And yeah, as you see right now, I have the sim. I did it in a sim for, well, my heir, and her name is Lavana Knight, which means Moon White Knight. That's kind of my pun. And yeah, you guys are gonna kind of see a little bit more of this Let's Play, more than what I originally planned to do, which is the Master Vampire Challenge. And that's why I kind of thought, oh yeah, let's just try and see how far we can get into this before people are losing interest and all that. Now, if you guys kind of want to see a little bit more of like my thought process to this, I think I'll also, like, because this is kind of a challenge still going on, which is kind of new, I'm like kind of thinking, should I maybe, like, you know, write a challenge guide rule set? Because even though it was like Claire Chavon started, maybe if someone wanted to, like, you know, write it a little bit more, it could be a lot more easier for people to also try this challenge as well, because I've done this a lot and I usually make up to 4 or 5 generations where my game actually breaks. But I hope this one for YouTube, I can at least make it Gen 6. In my private one, I'm kind of like started, it's a long one because I tend to want to make sure all my toddler children that are vampires get, you know, level 5 in each of the things, except in Pride Training is 3, so they're like, you know, top notch taller, so they get more skill boost. And like that's what I kind of see, like, oh yeah, that's kind of more important for me, but again, other people do that. Pretty much that's why I kind of chose to do this challenge, because it is kind of like still left in the air how you want to play and how you want to do it. And I kind of thought, okay, I'm more of a family player, I want to try and make sure that I get 10 generations, but I want to make sure that each generation is a little bit different than the last. And I'm kind of thinking, okay, like this generation is like the founder, Gen 1. That's how I see it. Whereas challenge, so Lavana will be Gen 1. Gen 2, I'm going to kind of do like the unexpected heir, like pretty much, well, you know, original plan was supposed to be one child, but then you somehow came up on top to be the heir because after your sibling died. So I'm going to try and like make one child die once we get to that point in time, because right now we're still on the matriarch of the family. And pretty much you had to go on a 64 by 64 lot with no money in Del Savoy. That's why it's also more extreme, because like you have no house. I mean, well, what I do a little bit later is like I kind of like add like the flooring and just the roof, because that costs no money. And well, I'm making it to tiny home to get a lot more scale boost gains. Yeah, we can like kind of cheat the system if we wanted to in this game, extremely as much as we wish. with Lavena, I kind of also kind of see myself trying to up all the 3 vampire aspirations, because each aspiration like gives you, if you complete all of them, 8,000 points, which is pretty much on top of the scenario. Also another 8,000 points per sim in your household. So pretty much I can get her if I complete the scenario, if I complete all 3 of the aspirations. She would have, I think, 32,000 sim points to spend. That is a lot, and I can pretty much get most of the traits, like reward traits, done with her. Versus if I were to, get, just do like a normal sim aspiration, which is like only 4,000 at most, if you don't do a tutorial, which is like, I think 2,000 sim points, because like that's a lot if you guys think about it, like cheaper bills, because again, we're gonna be on this massive lot in the Hollywood kind of world in Del Sol Valley, and like, yeah, that's gonna cost a lot of money. We may want, if we grow a garden, like to get more money, get a gardener, get a maid, get maybe even a butler to live with us, so she can like always have a free snack, because she gets to drink plasma in this game, and yeah, she is so much like, I'm gonna be lazy and like drink those who are in my house or work for me, because I am that lazy kind of vibes. And that's why I kind of plan, like, yeah, 30,000 sim points is a lot of points to get, because again, like the sims for most of the aspirations are like tutorial like still. And like that's like, yeah, I think that's the point, because like for most people, since the Sims 4 has been out for like what, nearly 8 years now at this point, it's kind of a lot of people's first sim game, because other sim games like only last like, I think like 4 to 6-ish years at most, and this is like gonna be a longer one of the Sims games that we're gonna see kind of, and I do hope they do still kind of update it as much as they can for this like franchise, because again, like this game does need a lot of help, a lot of mods to make it kind of functional. But again, like all Sims games, they always have a problem with like lag and running well and breaking computers. That's just how it's always been with the Sims franchise, and no one knows why. And yeah, I'm like kind of surprised that we're able to like kind of get this far in the Sims lifespan, and it's still broken, it's still very basic. But yeah, that's why I'm doing this challenge, to keep my interest still, because I do like play this game when I kind of feel bored or need comfort. And this is like a challenge that I feel like is the best for all of us to see how much, what we can do in the game. Because yes, this is a game with the most, I guess, appealing graphics towards me. I'm more into the cartoony style. I know a lot of people like want to be like more realistic, but I feel like cartoony, we look at a cartoony game 10 years in the future and it'll still look good graphics wise, versus like more realism games, which I see actually turning into more of a problem, because like the engine gets more and more advanced. Why should we like try and make things more realistic when we know cartoony styles tend to look a lot better if you play them like back then, versus like play them if you play them in the future, because they tend to last a lot longer. And The Sims 2 was, I guess, the best of like having both cartoony and realism, which I think that'll be like a solved a solution to like this problem of like cartoony and realistic proportions when The Sims 5 does come out, because we all know it will come out at some point. I'm gonna say 2025 is when it'll come out, because the pandemic probably slowed down production a little bit, and that's why I'm saying 2025 at the earliest. But who knows, maybe in like 2 years, like, haha, I swear you were wrong. But yeah, we'll all find out about that like semi-soon, because like, yeah, EA is like posting for like job helps and such like that. So Lavania's style, I'm gonna call like, you know, modern goth e-girl style, like casually, because that's how I feel like she would kind of do it. Like Y2K also inspired, you know, grungy type of girl, because like that's how I think she grew up, and I kind of like put her as like an orphan vampire. Maybe she's the bastard daughter of Vlad. That's up to you, for you guys to decide. But like that could be like a reason why she hates him, because yeah, I kind of make sure like she hates all vampires, and she feels like yeah, vampires are dying out, and the best way for them to keep surviving is if, you know, there's hybrid children or halfling children in the world to kind of help make the vampire genes stronger in the family, or in this lovely creature nation that they are. I do kind of like expect a lot of twists and turns. Pretty much like there's no like reason why she can't be with another vampire. There's also like I do like in like my private ones I do have a lot of hybrids, like, you know, half witch, half mermaid, and half alien vampire children. But yeah, since we're getting closer to the end of this video, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share this video so it gets a little bit more popular. And I'll say like goal maybe 4,000 just to get in the algorithm, because I really want to grow my channel. And yeah, I want to thank you guys, and I want to say bye bye. Hope see you soon.